Hello, welcome to Boa's Biker channel. I think it's time to give my BMW R1200GS, called Mina, a bit of an upgrade. It's time to change the standard lighting to LEDs. So I bought myself the Cyclops H7 LED lights specifically for the Beamer. So let's see what's the difference and how do you do it. First, let's do the unboxing of the package. So there it is. Let's see. So we have two boxes, each with one H7 LED, one for the low and one for the high beam. So let's do this here outside in my improvised workbench. Let's see what's inside these boxes. This looks like a manual, BMW R1200GS installation tips. And now the LED itself. There it is. That's what we have to plug into our headlights. So to do the installation, we are going to take out the headlights and the instrument panel. To do that, we are going to screw these buttons and these bolts, and we are going to unscrew this, that, and then to turn the windscreen away, we're going to take out these screws. So let's do that. I'm taking out the front screws of the screen first. Be careful, it's actually a nut and bolt, so there is a small nut at the back. Don't lose it. Next, we're going to unscrew these. And then just tilt the windscreen out of the way. You don't have to take it off completely, you can of course. Next, we're going to take out these two bolts to remove the headlight and instrument panel. Be careful, the headlights are also fixed with a kind of a point at the bottom, so you have to lift them off. So first of all, we shouldn't forget to unplug three things at the back of the instrument panel. First of all, the connector of the lights here. Push in the spring and pull out the connector. So push in this spring and pull it out. Next is the connector for the instrument panel. That's at the back here. So pull away the rubber and then push the top and the bottom. So push top and bottom and disconnect. And the third one is the small light right there at the bottom. That is this small light. It's the parking light. You have to disconnect, but I'm going to do that when I have pulled out the headlights and instrument panel. So I've taken out the bolts on both sides, put them to the side, and then lift up and tilt away like this, and then you can see right there the small light bulb you have to disconnect. Like this. Just pull it out. It's the rubber you have to pull out of the headlight unit. And now with those three things disconnected, so the plug of the instrument panel, the plug of the lights, and the small parking light, you can just take out the headlight. Low beam, high beam. We're going to turn it upside down. So this is the low and that's the high beam. You can remember it, the high beam is just above the hole for the parking light. Let's start disassembling now. We're going to start with the high beam. So take off the dust cover. Disconnect the plug. Unhook the two metal clips and take out the bulb. So the Cyclops LED has an adapter cap you have to put in place. Make sure that this part gets right in there, like that, and then put back the metal clips. So this is firmly in place now. Then take the light, connect, like this, and then you have to put all this inside and make sure that it's not hindering your light inside. So screw this back in. So it was a bit more fiddling than I had thought, but it's in. What have I done? I have pulled the connector of the high beam through to the low beam, and then I've connected it right there, put it in between the low and the high beam, and the rest of the unit is also right there between the high and the low beam. And now the dust cover should fit back on the unit. Let's see. Find a connection right there. Twist. And click. Done. So that's the high beam. Now the low beam. I'm going to try and put everything right there to the side. Let's see if that works. So first of all, put in the wires again. 1, 2, like that. Connect the 2 pins. And then try and find out where they fit. Put that one right there. And there it is, already installed. Put back the dust cap, like this. Click. That's it. So both high beam and low beam are inside. Now let's put the unit back and see if it works. Don't forget to plug in the 3 plugs and to put the hole at the bottom of the light unit over the pin you see right there. So let's do that. So I plugged in the 3 plugs and now let's refit it inside. So over the pin, can you see that? The pin over the hole and down it goes. Align so we can put in the bolts again. The 2 bolts from the side. That's 1. That's 2. So after fitting the light and the instrument panel back, make sure these things are in the correct position before tilting back your windscreen and then putting all the things back. So that's the 2 screws in the front here and then re-screwing the big knobs there. So let's do that. Be careful if you put in these for the nuts, the small nuts at the back. Don't tighten them too hard, because otherwise you will crack and split your windscreen. And now everything should be okay. The windscreen is back. Turn the knobs like this, like that. The lights are fitted again. Now let's see if it works. What a difference! That's the low beam. Low beam. High beam. And that's the conversion of the regular halogen light to the LED H7 4800 lumens of Cyclops.